Hello everybody, welcome to FC Amakhosi channel. Send your like, comment, subscribe, guys. Welcome back. Amakhosi 3, Amazulu 1. A game of two halves, one will say, and I'll tell you why I'm saying that it's a game of two halves. Remember, I had predicted 3-0, and my scorers it was Ranga, Serino, and Mdusha Balala. And I'll say to you that Mdusha Balala almost scored his goal, but yes, he was judged offside and then he was fouled inside the box. And knowing him and the confidence that he has, was going to take that penalty as he did against Monte Sundowns in that trapping of 5-2. So this guy, this trial, it's giving us something. And I said to you, you might not see the runs, you might not recognize the small things about Ranga, but believe you me, Ranga's contribution is so much here. I said, Mdu's pressing is beautiful. And I said to you, set pieces by Serino are going to be one of our weapons. And I was like, wow. When I was watching, I was like, wow. That game, I would say to you that it was balanced. Our team was balanced in a way that as Blom was still around the field of play, we dominated the game. We had more chances. We had so many recoveries. As we had so many recoveries, we could keep the ball amongst us. As soon as he left, as soon as he was substituted, everything changed. We dropped. Ben Mutuari, Yomungema started to play, and then the guy on the right was Muremi, I think. He started playing, and I'm like, wow, it's so interesting. I think that's the right choice of word. It's so interesting to see that one player can make a huge difference in a team. Not that now he's like everything in our team, but he gave us a balance. He gave us a steal in a sense that you could be able to go forward and you could be able to win the ball solidly, so easily so, and be able to rotate the ball. And the fact that also he's skillful, he has grown also in that area, he can be able to eliminate and find that pass to our own player. And I'm like, wow. And then Serino, my Serino, yeah, Serino is on another level. And I saw why the coach dropped him, and I also saw why Blom was dropped, but I'm gonna get into that. I saw why Mdu and Ranga were dropped as well. The coach simply was saying, let me speak about Blom. The coach was simply saying that, okay, you know what? I've given you some energy in the tank. I've just given you gas inside your tank. I just need you to give me at least Saturday, give me 60-70 minutes, and then I'll sub you again, because now you've got at least a few minutes, like 50-something minutes in your tank. And sure, beautiful gesture by the coach to play him for that matter, and even to say that, you know what, in as much as I would like us to kill this game, but I just need you to be ready for Saturday. And then he subs him. And then your Serene was like, okay, I'm gonna sub you as well. Because I need you for Saturday. And I said to you, and I still say to you, Serino is not your player who can play 90 minutes or 90 minutes for that matter conservatively, or even 3 or 4 90 minutes, because at the same time we need to manage him based on his age. We need to manage him based on the fact that he is a player who likes holding the ball, and that means that he gets tackled the most versus other players. So therefore you need to manage and protect such players. They are a diamond to you. Then our subs, I'm going to speak about the subs again. It's funny, within 22 minutes that we scored 3 goals. Within 22 minutes we had scored 3 goals. And you've been shocked at how quick we're able to score and to win the ball and penetrate and enter the final third. And I'll say to you, don't be shocked. I, for one, had seen how Nabi's team they play. in how they quick recover the ball and how they quick to enter into the final third. And I'm like to you, guess what? There's more coming to that. And if you see, we are building up from the game that you played against Malumo Gallants in terms of how many times that you enter the final third, how many times that you have shot on target, and how many times that you score. Nabi's teams, they would outscore opponents. In most cases, they would outscore opponents. And today, okay, if you see this video, is going to be yesterday, because I'm recording very late and I won't edit now. I'm recording, it's like 11:30 now. Yeah, still had to do some dishes and stuff and all that. But yeah, in any case, Nabi's teams, they outscore opponents. They concede less if they don't concede at all. And I would say to you, the 2 goals that you have considered, they are errors and they are coming from the same side. Let me not say from the same position, same side. Because this goal came from the right-hand side. Even the last week one came from the right-hand side. And I'm like, but why is it that you're considering like silly goals? I mean, the goal that you considered, I won't talk about the goals that you scored. The goal that you considered, I mean, that guy, he passed the ball to Brooks. Or before he passed the ball, he was surrounded by 3 or 4 players. Like one guy surrounded by 3 or 4 players. And then there was oncoming player who then passed the ball to Brooks, who just had a touch. And I think he tried to like control the ball, and then it went to the Sundowns player. And I'm like, but these errors, they should be eliminated. It can't be that we are conceding goals like this. And the sad thing is that we are playing Saturday, when we are playing against Sundowns, they will hurt us each and every chance that they get. So such chances that you give to our opponents, like, yeah, they need to be eliminated. But yeah, nonetheless, the coach had made few changes in the starting lineup. The changes that he made, he brought 2 players. It was Zwane. He brought Blom instead of Zwane, and ahead of Zwane, and then he brought Duba ahead of Saile. Those are the 2 changes that the coach made. The starting lineup therefore was like this. It was Ntwari, Frosler, Miguel, Dotli, Cross, Blom, March, Shabalala, Sereno, Duba, and Shibavir. Then subs, it was Vuma, Msimang, Mashiane, Zwane, Castillo, Villagaz, Modi, Dupreez, and Saile. And we played 4-4-2. We played 4-4-2 today. You know, this coach likes playing your 4-3-2-1, but he played 4-4-2 today to give a steal on a shield in terms of like the middle, in terms of them also going up front to also add numbers when it comes to entering the final third. And I'm like, it's so interesting that in nowadays you see a 4-4-2 system. It's so interesting to see such things. But yeah, on the first change, Zwane did not grab his chance. Like, Zwane did not grab his chance that he got last game against Gallants. And I'm like, you know what? If you don't grab your chances, this coach is going to sub you and give you another player who can give us something going forward. And my fear is that Zwane might not play for like so many games. He might not play anytime soon because he did not grab his chance. And I did say that my fear is that if Zwane is dropped, he might not get his chance again, because he did not get his chance. He seems to be lazy and he seems to be always out of positioning. Like, his positioning is poor when we lose the ball. Like, when he can't play without the ball. Like, I mean, you can say that he does, but yeah, I don't see that often. Like you saw with the goal that we conceded last week. Like, he was scrolling. Like, number of times that he has done this last season, when he got opportunities, you find him scrolling. And I'm like, but you're a young man, you can't be this late. Not bashing him, but I'm like, there's an area of development that he needs to attend to. And then the second change, obvious, Saile, even today, Saile is not grabbing his chances. He's one of our weakest links. And you know me, if you've been following me from last season, I love Saile. And I've defended him time and time again, but I can't keep on defending something that I don't see. There was a ball that Villagaz played him. He let the ball bounce before him, and then it went over his head. I'm like, but Saile, like, you're a professional dude. Like some things you don't need to be trained at this level for that matter, because you need to know, like, okay, trap this ball, kill this ball, take on a man because you like taking on a man, and then when you're supposed to cross and then you go don't cross, and when you cross, like you don't supposed to cross and then when you're supposed to shoot, you cross. Like, yeah, I don't think Saile this season is gonna play so many games, and he might find himself being shipped out in Jan. Like, watch your space. There were rumors that he was gonna go on a loan, but yeah, like if I was to rate him, don't just rate him and then forget about Saile. I'll give him like a 4, if not a 3. 4, let me say a 4. He's not giving us anything. He's not giving us anything at all. This zilch. So let me rate the guys. I'm gonna speak about so many things. Sorry about that. I'm gonna speak about so many things, but let me rate the guys. Starting from Ntwari. Ntwari, again, his handling, it needs to be better. He can't come out of his 6-yard area and then he fumbles the ball. He can't mishandle the ball in the 6-yard area when we are being attacked. Like, again, almost the same thing where the ball dropped at Mazulu player. Fortunately enough, he wasn't watching. He wasn't looking at our post, but he was looking at his direction, the direction of his post. I'm like, but no, his handling needs to be better. Yes, the save that he did when already we are under pressure, sure, it's good, and his distribution, it can be better. I saw the clips where they said that, oh, look at Ntwari's distribution. I'm like, oh, this is good. However, when now it's in the field of play, I'm like, his distribution can be better. If it's not going outside, yeah, it's something else. But positive thing is that he's a good shot stopper, and the positive thing is that he's a good ball player. So if I was to rate him, I'll give him like a 5, an average 5, because we did not really concede so many chances. Oh, yes, we did not concede so many chances, and the ones that you considered that nearly cost us, like that cross, I'm like, but you could have done better, and the distribution could have been better if you play long. So I'll give him like average 5, still not bad. However, there's an error of development, or there's an error, yes, error of development. Frosler. Last week I had said to you that Frosler, was out. And Frosler needs to do well as an experienced player there at the back. But I'll say to you today, Frosler, I'll give him like a 7. You're like, but Frosler, what did you do? Some things you don't realize it because they're just small things. How many crosses did they cross today, or did they switch in today on his side? Never mind the goal. He was far from the goal because they were like far from that ball, because like there were other players around. There was Blom, and there was there was Duba, I think, and there was so many players around that ball. Yes, he was there as well, but he was far from the play. But he had closed his player down, and these are the things that last season I was complaining about, that he's letting so many crosses to come in. He's letting so many crosses, but today the number of blocks that he commanded, the number of blocks that he made, like the number of crosses that he did not permit. Guys, today he had like one of his best games that I've seen in Kaizer Chiefs. Yes, he did not go up front that much. However, he was stable, and could be the instruction of the coach that you sit there, because this guy is giving you a hard time, and these guys are like overloading your position. Sit there. And he sat there, and he blocked so many balls, and he was good and interplaying with Duba, and any other player would be ahead of him. He was really good today. I was impressed with him today. I would say that I'll give him a 7. And then go to Cross today. I think he struggled a bit today. This is me not being hard on him, but this is me being honest that he struggled a bit today. Like, yeah, a guy who's pacey and skillful will skill him. And yeah, he was skilled. He was skinned so many times, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, sure. Yes, I mean, you will not always be top of your game. And the yellow that he received, like he's tackling a player who's looking that direction, and I'm like, but you are also going with the slide. Please try and stay like on your feet as much as you can, because sometimes they beat you and you don't have much pace to recover. Yes, this dot to cover you as it did most of the time today. However, not a bad game. I'll give Cross like a 6 today. Could have been better today, but yeah, could have been better. So I'll give him a 6 because of his, like, he was skinned so many times, and the number of crosses that came on the left as well, the more versus on the right. And yes, they overloaded his position, so you might excuse him for that. However, when he's versus one-on-one, I'm like, but dude, you don't need to like slide most of the time. Yes, you slide. If you do get it right, you'll get the ball and you win it, sure. But if you miss it, and then that's it. How it takes you longer to recover from the ground. It takes you longer versus when you're on the feet, if they kill you. But yeah, in any case, I'm happy with him, but I would say just like a 6 today, like a 6 today. And then I'll end with Miguel. Totally, he covered Cross so many times, and the blocks and the block that he made by the line, I'm like, wow, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed how wise that he is and how he can play those channel passes. Like, I'm impressed at him, and I think he's one of the future captains or one of the future leaders there at the back. And I don't think there's anyone who can just take that position like with ease anytime soon. Dove, being fit and all those things, and the clock being fit and back, I don't think they will take the position anytime soon. His partnering or partnership with Miguel, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. There's so much cohesion between all four of them. There's so much cohesion, especially the two. There's so much synergy and communication that is happening with just between all of them. And then you see him like Miguel leading and telling these guys do this, and the fact that they're able to listen to the experienced player, I'm happy with Dudley. I'll give Dudley your 7.5, if not 8 today. Like, if not 8, he had like a steady game, and the fact that he had that block over the line, yeah, no, I'll say 7.5 because I can't go 8. Reason being, the players that I think that they played to 8. If you think it's 8, sure, so be it. Miguel. He made a mistake in the 3rd minute. Made a mistake, he miscued the ball in the 3rd minute. Thank God that it wasn't offside, but he miscued the ball. He's half facing his poles, and then he wants to block the ball with the right, and then he miscues it. He miscues it, and then the ball landed to the opponent. Thank God that already the guy was already on that side. I'm like, but dude, you can't be marking like that. You can't be half-half. You need to be straight when you're marking. If you're saying that you want to be on the side, let it be on the side, because you see that you are chasing the ball. You are chasing there, not when the ball is passed and you are half. No. That wasn't nice of him. But other than that, I didn't see so many errors after that. How he marshaled the defense, how he commanded the defense, how he was vocal, telling players, okay, I'm gonna push, mark that player. Like, that guy is a solid lead, a solid defender. He was also pacey as well. Sorry about that, I don't know what's that, but yeah, he was also pacey as well. And the fact that he also has an assist, him going to the middle to win the ball, and pass the ball to Ranga. Beautiful pass, beautiful weighted pass. Ranga, first shot, boom, and then comes back, and then rebound, slots in. And I'm like, wow, this is a defender. On top of that, he puts just like ice on top, and then he scores a goal. Beautiful header, weighted header that like it went like tipped in, and the keeper did not see it. Like, just looked at it. Yes, he did try, so you'd say, but I mean, he knew that he would not get to that. Beautiful player, very solid player. I'll give him a 9 today. And he was the man of the match. I thought that Sereno would be the man of the match, but Sereno was also there again. So he's been dishing those good displays as well. I'm happy with Miguel and Dotley, their partnership, and I would say, like, yeah, good buy by the acquisition by the management. See a leader, I see a scorer, and defender was a scorer, which I did say in the video that I made of him, saying that he's a goal scoring defender and can also play in the middle of the park. And You'll see more of that as you saw in how you won the ball in the middle of the park. And then Blom, should I go to Blom? Blom. I've spoken about Blom. Marvel to watch. Beautiful, beautiful to watch. Cool, calm, collected. Is able to win the ball back with ease. He's able to pass the ball. And when he makes a mistake, he still has an engine to him. And I'm like, wow, but you haven't been playing for a long time. And for you to dish out such performance, like, brilliant. I'll give Blom, because he played half of the game. So I'll give him like a 7.5, because he gave us some stability in the middle of the park, and he gave Matt some stability also, and a license to also go up front and to create and be whatnot. And then sometimes you see Matt behind him. So yeah, let me go to Matt. Matt, two times he was in the wrong position as an 8, and then you found him playing just close to the defenders as if he's a CDM, and then he passes the opponent. Two nearly costly mistakes that nearly costed us 2 goals. And I'm like, but dude, what do you want there? I mean, Blom is making your job easy, but you still want to go and defend. Go and enjoy that box-to-box role. Yes, you could also come and defend, but we are too deep. You can't be too deep and too close to the defenders while Blom is ahead of you. You can't be. There needs to be a better communication between the two as well, especially this Saturday. So yeah, I wasn't impressed with him. I would give him like an average performance. Yes, you say the part, but he marks and then he passes and whatnot. He misplaced a few of those passes which could have resulted to us scoring goals. So I'll give him an average 5. Like, yeah, I'm worried about him. And the coach was shouting at him over the 2 incidents. And I thought that he was going to drop him for Castillo or whichever player that the coach would have played. But yeah, I wasn't happy with his performance. It's still average. You say that, no, personally, you're not fair. Average is like 50%, and I wasn't happy. You can tell me what you think about him. And then on the right, Duba, he gave us some balance. We were so balanced on the right because Sale was not there. He helped us. He's helping us to rotate the ball very well and to pass those weighted passes. Is a good pass of the ball, and it's very clever for a guy of his age and for a striker to play on the wing. Like, he's very clever. However, there was a chance which we could have had. Like, he was supposed to play the ball like early, but he held the ball until Duba was marked. So I was like, dude, what's really happening? Why are you holding the ball when this guy is giving you an option? Because, I mean, he's just opening a space for you. And then you held the ball. Yeah, he helped us to rotate the ball. He helped Gaku to track back and mark at the back to have Frosler. It was a good display. I'll give him like a 6, a steady 6, like just above average. But yeah, I would say that we need more. Like, if you are to start against Sundowns, we need more. And your decision making, let it be like proper against teams, especially that you won't get so many chances against, like your Sundowns. Use those opportunities. 6. And then going to the left, Serino. What a guy. What a player. This guy keeps the ball. Like, he's not easily marked off the ball. He's able to protect the ball. For a skinny guy like him, is able to protect the ball. And his passes, I'm like, hey, dude. And your set piece, I'm like, oh, dude. I don't know if you saw, I'm going to speak about about Mdu, but I don't know if you saw the role Mdu played. However, let me speak about Sereno's goal. Mdu passes him the ball. He makes a run, then goes to his left. And then he sees that, okay, here's this guy, he's opening space for me. I'm going to be faced with this guy who's like in 2s, who's in 6s and 7s. He does not know whether to go to the left and mark this guy who's making a run here or to come this side. So he's also half 10. So you know what? Let me kill the ball, turn inside, open the space. And the more I see the post, they think that I'm going to kill the ball there, but I'm going to shoot it on the right of the keeper. I'm like, just reminded me of the goals that I used to see you scoring at Sundowns. Beautiful player, beautiful player, and was involved in so many times in creating the chances. Yes, it wasn't like the chances that he created the last game, but today his goal, how he took his game, his goal in his second game, he scored his goal, and then he also has an assist again. Second assist, so he has like a goal involvement of 3 in 2 games. 2 assists and 1 goal. That set piece, like I did say, this guy would be our weapon. His set pieces are like so pinpointed, like they're so proper. I'll give him an 8.5. Yeah, 8.5. I can't give him a 9 because Miguel, he took the cup. Duba, do or die. They call him do or die. John Wick, beautiful player. He's maturing. He's really maturing very well in his game. Like I said, in how he was involved in that goal that was scored by Serino, like beautiful how he took on defenders so that she can distract them and then open a space for Saile to say, dude, I've done my part, go there and finish. Shabalala today, his runs, his passes, his confident, his how he's switching play. I'll give him like a 7.5 today. Like 7.5. Let me say 7.5 before you ask me like to decide. So I'll give him like a 7.5. Yes, few mistakes that he still needs to learn from, but I love his confidence. I love how he switch his play, and I love how he doesn't put his head on the sand and not see what is happening around him. He would look up, like one touch, look up and then switch the ball, and that goal, beautiful. You see him roaming around like he has an engine. He presses. This guy presses. Yeah, 7.5. Ranga. I said to you, Ranga will score, and Ranga scored a beautiful goal. On rebound, you'll say that run for him to be found by our Miguel. I'm like, wow, beautiful run. He was also involved, and he was also involved in the build-up when Du Shabalala nearly scored, where he was then charged offside, where he was then tackled. And I was like, that pass, very weighted pass. However, unfortunately, Du was too quick for him. And I'm like, Ranga, I love how he presses. I love how he drops deep at times to collect the ball and how to link and then draw defenders. And you don't see these things, but soon you'll be seeing them. Ranga, I'll give him like, okay, it means that I need to drop him to 7 instead of 7.5. I'll give Ranga 7.5 because he also scored. Or leave him at 7.5 and then give this guy an 8. I'll give him an 8. Yeah, let me give him an 8 and then Mdu remains there at 7.5. You say, but Mdu was not really there. Look at the runs. Look at his involvement. Look at him creating today, having assist to Serino. Like, guys, today he's like, Serino, because last game you created for me, I'm going to create for you. And look at me running and pulling the defenders. But yeah, our team's performance overall, I would say, I would give it like a 6.5 or a 7. Why? Because second half, as soon as Blom was dropped, and I'm like, no, it just dropped like drastically. And this is why I would love us to have Ox instead of having Castillo and Swan on the box. Have have Ox and Blom and Castillo, Blom and Ox will really provide each other's better competition versus all the other guys, because yeah, they can marshal the defense, they can cover the defense, they can push the ball, they can mark. However, Blom, yes, he's like younger and he's also more comfortable on the ball. But now you have no one as soon as Blom drops, as soon as Blom is substituted, we have no one to cover the defense. So therefore, I still think there's a room or a place for Ox. I don't know what you think, but for me, I think there's a place for Ox in that team. What do you think? Coach, if I was to rate him, I'll give him like a 7, because his subs are very good, and the fact that he's not afraid to sub a guy at 50 something minutes and giving others a chance, I wouldn't blame this coach for anything. His stand up was on par, substitutions was on par. And the fact that he's a disciplinarian, and I'll see him and I still see him discipline these players, then they become the type of players that he wants. And you're playing very good football, attractive football, but you need to be careful that you're not a 45 minutes team. We need to maintain this. We can't, yes, we are running with flow of running. We need to somehow also know how to keep the ball and how to calm down, because I think for the second half, because we were like under pressure from the second half, Amazulu scoring their first goal, hitting the crossbar. I'm like, he needs to coach these guys how to calm down, especially because we are leading, and how to rotate the ball and not rush things, especially now that we are leading. Yeah, those are the things that are coachable. So I'm not too worried about that. It's going to coach these guys. They'll become the type of team that he wants them to be. I'm happy with the results. Yes, there are areas of development. There are areas that needs to be fixed. However, I'm happy with the results. I'm very happy. 3-1 going to a big game against Sundowns. I'm happy. What are your thoughts? FC Amakhosi channel. Love you guys. Take care. Please subscribe. Bye.